encouraged in an odd way that only 13% of Romanians believe in evolution, so that we Americans don't feel quite so stupid, because we're just barely above that. And everybody always says European countries are so more sophisticated than Americans. You know, there are hardly any religious people, and they all believe in evolution. And now I can say, except for Romania. So thanks. I don't feel so dumb. You know how we Americans speak foreign languages. We just speak English louder and slower. That's how we got that reputation of being ugly Americans. So I do want to encourage you to join Ramus's organization. I'll actually pass around a clipboard here, which I normally bring for people to sign up for the electronic version of Skeptic Magazine. The electronic version is free. We send out articles every week, once a week. And all we need is an email address, and the binary digits that go through cyberspace are free, so it's a nice thing. But then we can also, you're welcome. And then we can also pass along your email addresses, which they may already have. But the Humanist Association is an important organization to join because the separation of church and state is super important. Science education is super important. You would think that in the modern age that you don't even have to put this in the Constitution, although we have it in our own Constitution. It's the very First Amendment, saying that government shall not favor any one particular religion, and people can believe whatever they want, and they don't even have to believe anything if they don't want. That's what it says, anyway. Of course, enforcing that is another thing, because whoever's in the dominant religion naturally wants special favors from the government. And so this is called the tyranny of the majority in a democracy, also called mob rule. So although dictatorship is the worst, democracy is at least better, but it does have that problem. So the solution is that, as we like to say in America, you throw the bums out and you bring in some other bums and see if they're any better. So to that extent, I also encourage you to support Ramus in his political campaign. He's going to run for president of Romania, and that takes some guts. There's a flyer here you can pick up on the book table there, and do you want people to fill this out? Is this your yeah? So I'll just pass this around and put your, if you want to, vote for Ramus. Hey, we just voted in Barack Obama. Anything can happen, right? So why not? In any case, so that's it. That's how you do it in a free society. You start your own organization. You stand up and fight for what you believe in, and you try to throw out the bad ideas and bring in new good ideas. And anyway, that's how it happens. So you're on the right track. I saw your biology textbooks. Your high school biology textbooks. I have a daughter who's in high school, and it was discouraging to see so many biblical passages in a biology book. It's like, what are they doing there? And the answer is, well, I'm going to talk about that tonight. That is why Darwin matters. So let me give you just kind of a brief introduction to the magazine here. The magazine Skeptic, it looks like this. It's a quarterly publication, and each one has a particular theme to it, like we did one on artificial intelligence. When will computers achieve human-level intelligence? And my author concluded that we're 5 years away and always will be. Okay, good. The jokes are, they get the jokes. Okay, that's good. You never know. We did one on Ponzi schemes, thanks to Bernie Madoff. You may have heard of Bernie Madoff, the guy that made off with most of Americans' money. And the irony of this is the eponymous Charles Ponzi, the guy who invented the scheme. I guess his new last name is Scheme, because you only ever hear his name as Ponzi Scheme. And the irony of that, my author of this article is a psychologist who specializes in gullibility, and he wrote a textbook on gullibility, and he asked me to blurb the book and endorse it, and he sent me an article to publish in Skeptic, and just before the article was published, he, around the time that the Madoff thing happened, he told me that he lost half his life savings in Bernie Madoff's investment firm. So that tells you if an expert on gullibility can be taken in, then any of us can be taken in. So it's not a problem of people just being stupid. It's anybody, especially smart people, because they think they're so smart that they can't be fooled. which is why magicians have the most fun entertaining scientists, because they think they're so damn smart that they fall for the tricks every time. So we did one on global warming. We had a left-wing scientist and a right-wing scientist, and then a scientist with no wings at all, to try to take the politics out of it. But it is very political. We did one on 9/11 conspiracy theories. Was 9/11 a conspiracy? Well, yes, of course it was. 19 members of Al-Qaeda plotting to fly planes into buildings without telling anybody. That is by definition a conspiracy, right? But of course that's not what the so-called 9/11 truthers believe. The truthers, as they're called,